2, 1.
With that and point pay you invited to my luau. Homebody, but when I come around, you know slow down. Kung akilan is a pin, I need again, bottoms up and let it in. Siluan, ruwa, siluan na gala. When the love isn't we have the corona.
What's up, Team TP?
Wow! That's an amazing introduction, Amber. I can do it.
Yes, I know you can dance, especially when you're drunk. And speaking, we will talk about your favorite spirit today.
That's excellent. I'm excited. How about you guys?
But before that, let us give you a short video clip to give you a terrific idea. Here you go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Gin history began in 12th century in the southern Italian city of Sarimone. In 16th century, Belgium and Netherlands developed the traditional Geneva-flavored national spirit called Geneva, which was originally sold as a herb medicine. Geneva emerged in Great Britain after the introduction of Geneva, what we all know today as gin. In 1689, it was the arrival of the Dutchman to the English throne that drove the popularity of Geneva in England and turned gin into a fashionable drink from being a medicine. In 1714, First World records the first word gin.
What is Geneva? Geneva was originally produced by the distillation of malt wine around 50 ABV, and the herbs were added to reduce the strong flavor. Juniper berries were chosen for the flavoring due to their alleged medical effects. What is gin? In a short way, gin is flavored vodka and original Dutch juniper spirit, which is Geneva, we know today as gin. Gin is a distilled alcoholic drink that gives its main flavor from juniper berries. Gin is one of the broadest categories of spirits, or of the various origins, styles, and flavor profiles, which is simply added approved natural flavoring substances to a neutral spirit in keeping common ingredients such as juniper berries. The minimum bottled strength is 37.5.
Hey guys, it's me, Hani. The ingredients using to make gin, main ingredients in gin is juniper berries. Gives main flavoring in all gin. Juniper is a member of the cypress family, and the berries used in the gin production usually came from Italy, Serbia, Macedonia, and India. The various other seeds, berries, root, and fruits, collectively known as botanicals, such as coriander, citrus peel, orange or lemon, cinnamon, almond, cardamom, berries, licorice, ginger, and nutmeg. Gin is flavored vodka.
really nigga?
The difference between vodka and gin, so vodka is a neutral grain of alcohol. The mix of flavor of juniper berries, the main instituent of vodka is water and ethanol, while the central part of gin is juniper berries. Making gin is like flavoring vodka, except that botanicals are always natural. The most usual production method for gin is to distill botanicals, but there are two ways of making gin.
Here are two ways to make gin. First is compounding. It is considered to be the Dutch method. It means gins produce adding flavoring. Essential oils are extracted from the botanicals or artificial flavoring can also be used. These are added into water which is then blended with a spirit. Now the distilling will take place. According to the EU regulation, the final product can simply call gin, but not distilled gin or London dry gin. The next one is distillation. Distillation is a batch of distilled or pot still in a similar way to the malt whiskey. Although a column still can also be used. The base spirit is added into the pot of the still and reduce the water before adding botanicals. It is important to reduce the alcohol level as a pure spirit will make extraction of the oils difficult by the hardening the skin of the botanicals. It is, after all, the oils from the botanicals that give gin its unique flavor.
Hi guys, so now I will tell you what are the classification of gin. So first one, London Dry Gin. Despite the name, London Dry Gin can be produced anywhere in the world. It is very dry, light-bodied and pungent, and represents what most people think of when they think about gin. Sample for this one, Beefeater 24, Beefeater, Hereford Gin, and the 50-pound gin. Second one, Plymouth Gin. Plymouth Gin can be only produced in Plymouth, England. This gin is relatively full-bodied. It is always clear, slightly fruity, and very aromatic. Sample for this one is Navy Strength and Plymouth Gin. Third one, Genever, traditional of the Netherlands. Genever or Holland Gin is the original juniper spirit and forerunner of today's gin. It is made from malt. Sample for this one, Geneva Gin, Deep Nine Young Gin, Few American, Aviation, and Kettle One. Lastly, the fifth one, Old Tom. It is in flavor profile. It is a sweet style gin, a very popular in the 18th and 19th century.
Three distinct definitions of gin. Number one, the ethyl alcohol doesn't have to be redistilled. Number two, flavorings can be either approved, natural or artificial flavorings, and this can be simply cold compounded mixed together with ethyl alcohol. Number three, there is no restriction on addition of other approved coloring or flavoring additives such as sweeteners. Aging of the gin. When we talk about aging of the gin doesn't require long period of aging, unlike spirits such as whiskey and brandy. To age gin, well-seasoned casks are essential, and 2 to 3 months maturation is plenty long enough. If it is left for much more than 6 months, it will quickly become woody and dry.
Hi, do you know there are 5 best gins in the world? First, Beefeater Gin contains 9 different botanicals: juniper, angelica root, angelica seeds, coriander seeds, licorice, almonds, orris root, Seville oranges, and lemon peel. Second one, Plymouth Gin. Plymouth's distinctive earthy aromas. It has 7 botanicals including juniper, coriander, sweet orange, cardamom, angelica, and orris root that are redistilled with pure grain spirit. Third, Bombay Sapphire Gin. It contains 10 exotic botanicals including juniper berries, coriander seeds, licorice root, almonds, lemon peel, cassia bark, orris root, angelica root, cubeb berries, grains of paradise. Fourth, Gordon's Gin. Gordon's Gin is triple distilled and contains juniper berries, coriander seeds, angelica root, licorice, orris root, orange, and lemon peel. Though the exact recipe has remained a closely guarded secret since 1769. Lastly, Nolet Dry Gin. Nolet is made from wheat and flavored with traditional botanicals including citrus, orris root, licorice, and of course juniper, alongside contemporary ingredients such as Turkish peach, rose, and raspberry.
What a gin! Sounds very interesting and inviting.
Of course, like me. Char! It's all because of the botanicals, the secrets of gin. It makes gin different from other spirits.
And to give you more trivias to spice up your day, Watch this.
Hi guys, welcome back, and I'm here to give you another trivia. And for today's episode, let's talk about gin.
Gin trivia number 1. While gin may be the national spirit of England, the liquor originated in Holland. The English discovered Genever while fighting the Dutch War of Independence in the 17th century and brought the spirit back with them. Gin trivia number 2. Winston Churchill once remarked, "The gin and tonic has saved more Englishmen's lives and mine than all the doctors in the empire." He's referring to the days of the British Empire and India. During the 19th century, Brits began to move to India after the Sepoy Rebellion of 1857. In efforts to avoid malaria, the demand for Indian tonic water grew. Gin was added to the tonic water to suit the bitter taste, and the popularity of gin and tonic spiked. Gin trivia number 3. Thought of the British drank the most gin? Well, think again. Reportedly, taking up around 43% of the global gin market, the Philippines guzzle up the most of this beer spirit. And there's even a Tagalog word for a gin drinking session, which is ginuman. Well, that's all for today's trivia. Thank you for watching. This has been Eljan. Cheerio!
We're back! So, what time is it?
1:30. Why?
No, it's time for Ginumana!
You got
No.
Imagine, Philippines contributed something to gin history. That is awesome.
Yes, you're correct. I don't know that. I'm just a fan of gin. And I think the end is approaching again, guys.
We hope you enjoy and learn something for today's video.
Yeah, right. And please don't forget to leave some comment for suggestions and request content to our next vlog. So, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for today's vlog.
Thank you for watching.
Ramadan Kareem. See you to our next vlog.